guys, it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. It's another Meet the Flower, and today's Meet the Flower is Spellbound. Let's run through a little bit about Spellbound before we dye it. Oh, and I'm gonna show you dyed ones. I might have already dyed them. I'm gonna be doing that intro after I already dyed it. TV magic. Spellbound. Spellbound comes in multiple sizes. I believe it's 1.5, 2.5, and 3 inches now. It has that lovely bark center. Now with that bark center, that's going to repel the paint. And so when you dip dye this, you're still gonna have a very dark center. And then all of the cream itself is going to pick up the dye. I love this flower. And bonus, we did a little morphine. Not a huge morphine, but we did a little morphine trick with this as well when we dyed it. So let's jump into it and we'll show you all the fun ways, not all, just some of the fun ways that you can dye this lovely flower. All right, so we are going to be using the 3-inch Spellbound to dye. And I will say there's a lot of different things that you can do with this, but let's try something I have never tried before. Sure, why not? Why don't we do that while we're doing a tutorial? I'll try something I haven't done with this flower. So you can, it's kind of sometimes dubbed morphing a flower, so we're gonna morph this one. So I've got some water in here. You could add glycerin to there if you wanted to as well, but we're just going to get this nice and wet. Now I will tell you, I have paint on my hands and that's gonna transfer on here. I'm not really that worried. But now that it's wet, you can actually manipulate the petals, and we're going to go around and we're gonna fold them the opposite way that they already are. We're just gonna open this up. And I've done this, oh, I can't remember the name of this style. There's one other style I've done this with before. It's kind of fun to see what it turns into when you do this. So it's gonna open it up a little bit, and you could do just the outer. See how it looks like with the outer petals, and then the inner ones are still turned inward, but let's go all the way around. We'll flip out all of the petals. To give you a comparison. So it opens it up a little bit. So now let's actually get some color on that. So I've got my watered down paint. And I'm just gonna go around. Oh, that was a lot on that one. Since we did that on that one, we'll guess that's gonna be the happy accident for all of them. So I'm gonna bring that paint down around, and we're gonna leave for right now the middles of the petal. I'm kind of digging that. All right, so for this one, we're just gonna dip dye it completely. So you can see what it looks like when it's completely dip dyed. I'm gonna take my paintbrush and I'm gonna grab a little bit of yellow. This is Summer Squash by DecoArt. I'm gonna get this. Again, I've got paint on my hand. It's all right. I'm not that worried. I'm actually gonna do two-tone. So when you hear that crunching though, that means you don't have enough water on it yet to move the petals without them kind of cracking or breaking. So add a little bit more water. We're gonna go in into the center and I'm gonna scrub that in there. Now, if you put the yellow on here, because that's the straight bark from the sola or shola plant, it repels a lot of that paint, but you can add that in there just to give it a little bit dimension. I got the yellow up there too close on the top. Oh. We're going to diffuse that then. And now I'm going to go in with my purple. And my paint is a little bit more watered down than normal, so it's got more of a watercolor effect to it. if your paint is a little bit thicker, it's not gonna run nearly like it is right now. It's just gonna depend on the consistency of how much water to paint ratio you've got going, but I'm kind of digging this watercolor effect, so that's why my mixture was made the way it was. Now, you could go in on the back side as well, so that there's some consistency. I'm just gonna go around the edge. And that'll help kind of tint so that we've got that color throughout. All right. Last thing, we'll also get this wet again because I want to open that up a little bit more. I think I'm really loving, in this particular one, that center is like very prominent. So I'm just gonna open up the bottom petals, the outer petals, and I'm gonna scrub my coloring into the bottom. I'm not even gonna put the purple in there. I'm just gonna keep it on those outer petals. There we go. All right, you guys, there you have it. Now these have fully dried. So let's take a look at all of the Spellbounds that we worked on. Here it is just dip dyed. Again, that middle center is gonna stay nice and dark. You can, it gets kind of matted, like a matte finish almost to it. You could go in with a little bit of straight paint and like just dust in a little yellow or something. It's not gonna harm the center. You don't really have to worry about it being super soft in the center because that's not gonna really affect the arrangement itself. So you can definitely do that. Here is the one that we morphed. Now it changed it slightly. These outer petals especially are a little bit more flat than, so it just changes it just ever so slightly. And this one, again, we just kissed the tops of the petals with a little bit of paint. Then we've got, oh my God, this one I think might be my favorite. We just scrubbed those outer petals, the outside ones, just in the bottom. Scrub those with that purple. So pretty. And then the one with the yellow in the center and a little bit of purple. Just so stinking cute. I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown of Spellbound and give her a try. I love this flower so much. If you want to find out about the 150 style sola flowers along with craft supplies and greenery we carry, go to ohyourelovely.com. But before you scoot over there, hold up. I have a coupon code for you. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, you guys, I will see you right here next week for another Meet the Flower. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.